Well, let's get rocking and rolling. So everyone that is watching here and on YouTube later, if I can find where to cut the video correctly, this is the final episode of the Ravenscales Inquiry, previously known as City of Mist, previously known as Detective something. It went through multiple changes because, well, it was just a placeholder name, and then I thought it was a good name, and then I got it noticed by a company that literally made a TTRPG named City of Mist, and I was like, I don't want to give the false impression. And that's when we renamed it to Ravenscales Inquiry.
Let's see, what were the first ones called?
It was like Detective...
Mist Detectives.
Mist
Then it was
Detectives,
City of Mist.
then City of Mist, and then Ravenscales Inquiry.
Yep.
And now it is called Race to the End of the Year before everyone leaves.
That leaves me all by myself in Pathfinder 2E.
I know, Josh. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
It's like,
I'm
you don't have to
not.
lie. We've had the conversation multiple times of how you hate games that require tactical or technical planning.
Crunchy. I don't like crunchy games.
I'm here for your crunch. That's my job.
Captain
I
Crunch
know.
over there.
It is true. You are very helpful with the crunch. I appreciate it.
Anyway, let's see. I believe it was it 2020 when we started this?
Give me a second.
Was it the late 2020? I want to say it was probably September or October.
Because I think we met early 2020.
We
to,
met
like,
before
talk about
COVID.
things.
Nate
Yeah.
wasn't even part of that conversation.
No.
We were going to do
Yeah.
everything in person, and then it all died.
Yes, thanks to COVID.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, was probably a little bit of a blessing, because seeing how hard it is for us to meet before, to meet now,
Mhm.
I couldn't imagine us trying to meet in person every week.
Yep.
Um,
That would have been rough.
Let's see.
Yeah,
First
so it was probably late 2020
one
or
was
early 21.
posted. Let's see. It should have information about when you posted this the first time.
yeah,
Does it not?
should.
Where's the info on it?
I don't know. Hold on. You go to my own
2
channel.
years ago. October 14th, 2021 was when the first one
Okay,
was
so
posted.
yep. So that was probably either late September or whenever I got around to getting that out. Because I remember Sky Pirates started, I think, August or September. I want to say September, and then it was a week or two later. I think a couple weeks later, not Sky Pirates, Mist Detectives started. But yeah, what started off of as hey, you want to play games since the world's ending, according to the news, and everyone was like, sure. And that's when we all met Nate for the first time, and for the longest time only met
Wow.
him via the internet.
Mhm.
Yep.
Wow.
Until the first PAX.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there we started off with a story that had a very different ending until we said earlier this year, let's bring it to an end. I can tweak things. And so we did. What was the original plan for that? Well, that's for me to know, and you to never find out.
You're not gonna tell us.
Oh,
I mean,
come
it's
on.
for us to
you
have
and me,
messed
let's
up.
do an after-hour session. Dave, tell me all.
It is. I do this all the time on the Sanity Lost Q&As, where it's just
I
like,
know.
things changed. Can we know? Absolutely not.
I know, it's the worst.
Because I might
File that
use
away
it.
for another.
It might be used for something completely different. But no, it would what this started off as, I think, to give an introduction to the world and part of the stuff, changed, and I still enjoy the story that we told. But now we have to bring that story to an end. as I am going to shift the music. Oop. To this one? Nope. This one? Yes. Then 2 years ago, these group of people, Lor, Zevarra, Elbus, not Elbus, the other one, I forgot his name, Ashion, and Zephan, all were under the house of Ravenscales and Detective Agency, run by Susan, the Kenku detective. A little eccentric, a little traveled, but very trustworthy, as she left to say, hey, I'm gonna do this mission, I'm gonna go on this do this house call, and yeah, I'll be back. So they everyone's like, okay, cool, whatever. The day, it took weeks, days turned into weeks, turned into about a month or two. I think it was a month, and Susan disappeared off the map. And which due to government officials telling them, look, someone needs to take care of these cases that Susan did. These four I can't say friends. You guys weren't friends. Some of you guys might be acquaintances now, but you guys definitely co-workers. Went to go fill some very big shoes. Throughout the course, they met a goblin named Little Ash, and that was killed, resurrected, and had his own little adventure off. Oh my goodness! I just realized what would make a great Charity Palooza thing. Stinking Little Ash's adventure. Hey, me, write that down. Yeah, you already. Anyway, so, but yeah, they go do that. They pretty much are going through where they travel to other dimensions. They find out different things, get betrayed, and it all leads them to finally fight this thing that was possessing. Throughout the course of that, Ash pretty much died, rather soul scourged, where he was in a comatose state, where we met Elbus, and Elbus came in and pretty much was trying to, once found out that Susan was around, joined the group to go find her, to where it all led to the middle of the mirror dimension, where they find Susan encased in this silvery material, and that is very strange, and I can't remember all the words I used. So if you guys wanted to know, go back 2 episodes, because I think that's when I really described it well. Where Ash and Little Ash show up, but Ash pretty much was possessed. They defeated the spirit, to where the complete month after this, I realized I did very bad battle tactics, because I was trying to make sure the series ended within the time limit we gave each other. So, but now, on completely different things, the servant of whatever to call is gone. We have a collapsed Ash, Little Ash kind of just looking over him, and Zephan collecting the demon core, the whatever you had there, the heart of Matu and the demon core.
Yep.
And the golem heart, or what? Oh my goodness. Dirt in chat just said that he forgot his phone charger and nobody else has the right cord, so he's using a car charger hooked up to a battery pack meant to jumpstart a car to watch the stream. Hey.
Oh gosh.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Someone give that man a turkey sandwich. I don't know.
Give that man a car charger or a phone
Yeah, I was
charger.
gonna
Yeah, give that man a card.
I've got the turkey in the fridge, so
Josh just disappears.
does he like gravy on it?
And we just, I'll just imagine it's just like, we just cut to Josh like making a ham sandwich and we're just like, I need a hero. And he just starts running down the street. I got you, random internet man. And so,
That'd be $95.86.
oh, so like a normal DoorDash order. Anyway,
Yeah.
so with that, it seems like the threat is gone. What would you guys like to do? As we hear the thrum, now that it's like an eerie stillness and quiet now. We can see these kind of waves. I think I described them. I don't know if I described them the way like this in the past, but the water is a mirror, and it is almost like when it these small waves or ripples kind of crash into the stone platforms. It's like mercury, where it just kind of beads off. It doesn't stick. It's not. There's no dampness on the wood, and we just kind of see like little balls of mirrors and just kind of slide in and out with the waves that are there. But we hear that, and now that maybe there's a moment of silence, we just hear this kind of like this almost thrum of energy coming from what's encasing Susan. Also, who casted Enlarge Jon?
I casted Enlarge on him.
How long does Enlarge Jon
Hold
Is
on,
it a
give me a second.
concentration spell? Can you just drop it?
No, it's a 10-minute, I think.
I was gonna say I thought you said
Okay.
it was a really long time.
Oh no. So it's a 5-minute spell. So he should be out of it as soon as like we
Okay.
go over to Susan. It was a 5-minute spell.
Yeah, he shrunk.
But as we start to hear the vroom coming out from the reflective material around Susan, Elbus runs over
Yeah, it's.
and
Oh, go ahead.
he
go
wants to
ahead.
put his hand on it and just kind of see what's changed about it. If
I
anything
mean,
has
I don't want
changed.
to be cold-hearted or anything, but is there any like leftover stuff to loot anywhere? Or...
Check Ashian's
Just
body and see what's
asking.
going on
I
there.
was gonna say, like, I just want to know. I was just curious.
Any coins in the mirror goop outside?
No, there's no coins. It's almost like this goo that's left there, but it's quickly evaporating. It's almost like ectoplasm.
Mm.
But yeah, it has no state in there where it's if you try to interact with it, like you can't gain purchase, and it's just kind of this smoke that is quickly the surface thing is quickly evaporating and leaving. So, but there wasn't anything left from the servant of Tikal that you fought, and so Elbus, with your interactions, are you like what are you doing?
He's just trying to figure out what's going on with this material. Like, we know that the Ayamatu makes it like move away, and we know that the demon core makes it come towards us. I'm just trying to see if anything's changed about the material.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like anything changed. I can't remember if I said this when you first were interacting with it, but if you touch it, it kind of ripples. Like you're able to touch it, but it doesn't seem all the things you did last time. Like I think some of you guys tried to cast magic, detect magic, or whatever. Nothing observable seems to have changed.
All right, Elbus is gonna drink one of his dragon breath potions and
Ooh.
shoot it at the thing.
All right.
So let's go 1d6.
Yeah.
Let's figure out which one we get.
Do you have the dragon stuff up? Because I don't.
Yep.
Okay.
I get a green dragon type, and that's 15 foot of cone of poison. So he's gonna fire a poison cone at this thing.
Okay.
So he's gonna take a step back as he drinks it, and I'm
Mhm.
sure like something happens, and he just like crunches his neck, and all of a sudden, just this cone of just poison, and I'm assuming it like comes out almost like black ichor, like comes flying out like a dragon's breath onto this thing.
Yeah. I always imagine, like, you guys know when, like, if you ever get sick and it's, you don't have anything in your stomach and it's just stomach acid, I just imagine that's what your throat feels like when you barf venom and poison.
Oh, that's
I'm
so
sure.
terrible.
But we don't have
I'll roll a d8 to see how many hit points I lose.
Yeah.
to multiply it by 30. No.
Insta death. Oh, Elbus.
I win.
Oh no.
No. Everyone except for Ash, because he's passed out still, notices that the breath seems to just move around the thing, where it's just, it doesn't do anything different.
Okay.
Huh.
This is
And
the
Elbus.
this is the thing containing Susan
Yes.
we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So Zevarra's gonna like walk up. Can I control her?
You should.
Hold
And
on,
did
where-
you say there was residue left from?
It's quickly evaporating, but just not to mislead you guys, it was just kind of like the blood of the thing,
Yeah.
but
There's nothing left over.
yeah, there's nothing.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I was gonna. Do we need to collect some of that and try applying that to
It's
the container?
disappearing like extremely quickly.
Okay.
I will let you guys know so that way you don't get stuck on it. That's not part of it.
It's just flavor.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Jinx.
Mhm.
I think I've got the Eye of Matu.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pick up the Eye of Matu and walk over here and try to like push it into the stuff.
And as he's doing that, Zevarra like just puts her hand on it, and she like, I can't remember. Did we try talking to her, or did we just try to like?
I tried to communicate.
I think you
to her
guys
and
tried to
she
communicate.
couldn't.
Yeah, nothing changed.
No response or anything yet.
Yeah. So I think Zevarra just like tries to like press it and see like, does it look like Susan is like conscious of us, or like aware or moving, or is she like sleeping?
What up? I gotta.
Or is she Han Solo in
Yeah.
Carbonite?
That's a better way to put it. Yeah,
Okay.
but it's like a jello mold, so you can see her. Hold up. I gotta.
So Susan is the stapler. Interesting. All right, I have no more spells, so I can't do that. What does read aura do?
And we already did. Somebody did Arcana checks, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did it last time. Sorry, I forgot to bring my cheat sheet up so that way I know all the different stats and stuff. And fun when you're doing a thing, like it looks like it's reaching out, but it's when you try to push it against it, there is resistance against it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Can I read the aura of this thing? I don't think I did that before. Does it figure out what school of magic it's from?
Yeah. I'm trying.
That's a. So basically, what it says is you focus on the target object, opening your mind to perceive magical auras. When the casting is complete, you know whether it is that item is magical. If it is, you learn the school of magic.
All right.
So
Is that like a 10-minute thing?
It's a 5-minute duration.
Okay, I didn't know if it was. So that way I can make sure I know which the schools of magic are. Okay, yeah, so you are getting. There's a couple different in here. But the big one that you're getting is transmutation.
Okay.
So, Lor, are you staying where you're at, or are you moving up?
Yeah, I mean, I can move up nearby.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if I was looking at the investigate action, but I don't know if I have anything that works well there.
So, I'm not gonna make you guys roll if anybody wants to. You see that little Ash is kind of just looking over Ash, just briefly, and you see him whisper something. If anybody, I'm gonna say, Elbus, you're probably the closest, kind of where you're standing on the map right now. And
I'll roll to see if he hears,
yeah.
but I think he's really focused on what's going on with Susan. Just D20.
Yeah.
Am I rolling my perception?
Yeah, do perception. I was looking for listen. I was like, that's the wrong system.
No, I got to figure out what my perception bone is. Okay, that's 8. That is a natural 19 plus 8. That's a 27.
All right, and so you kind of, maybe once you notice, as you were saying, you're kind of paying more attention. You hear just like, don't worry, then we'll go home. I have one more thing. And with that, he kind of walks up and he's like, hi, Catman. Can I touch the thing?
And like Elbus kind of looks at him and goes, why yes, shiny armed goblin.
Thank you. And he kind of just squeezed between you two, Zevarra and Zephan. He's like,
Yeah, let's move to the side.
Yep. He's just like,
Yeah.
excuse me. And you guys see that metallic hand that he had when he first when he touched the mirror realm begin to ripple. And he places his hand on there, and the metal recedes onto this like gem, and pretty much to where he doesn't have his hand encased in metal anymore. This kind of flash of light happens as I need to fix this. Doop, doop, as Susan's there.
What?
It's like, oh, I see you got my message, little one. Yep, okay, bye now. And he kind of goes back over.
What?
It's so, and he's like, not he, but Susan's like stretching. It's like, this is much better than being on an arm.
Oh man, Ashion is gonna feel like such an idiot.
Zevarra like runs up and just like throws her arms around her. She doesn't say anything. She just like hugs her.
And since she has bird bones, you break her neck, and she's
Laura kind of walks over and gives her like kind of a quiet, appraising look, and just asks like, "Are you okay?"
Now that I'm able to move, yes. You guys look terrible.
Yeah, it's been
Well-
one of those days.
So what's it been? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
I'm messing. I was able to pick up bits and pieces while I was carrying along with what's this? You guys called him Little Ash? That's not his name, but it's not important. He likes it.
I guess we never asked him what his actual name was, did we?
Well, nobody speaks Goblin. That's the problem. It wasn't that like
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
didn't
true.
ask. He just couldn't
Tell us.
really communicate.
And they never thought it was important to put stats into it.
Nope.
No, that's
Sure
fine.
did.
And yeah, Susan kind of takes a step, and she's a little shaky, but it's just like, and Lor, we need to work on your people skills.
Lore.
Zevarra,
Lore looks
like,
a little
laughs out
surprised and
loud.
it's like, I'm great with people.
You keep telling yourself that. Elbus, it's been so long.
Elbus pulls out he has this like weird food stuff that's like just for people who are traveling that they can like nibble on, and it's just like a brick of food that like gives you like a day's worth of like rations.
Nutrients, yeah.
And he like
It's
pulls
your
it out and,
elven bread.
Yeah, it's
and he's like, Susan,
Lumpus.
Yeah.
he's like, Susan, you must be famished. As he like falls down to his knees and like is just like, I'm so grateful that you're free. As he holds the bread out for her.
And Susan picks it up and is like, you're right, I am hungry, but why don't we get out of here? Oh, that smells great, and just like just shoves it into her beak, and is just, okay, how will get out of here? You guys think of that?
Zephan's
just
just
can't-
gonna discreetly pocket the 2 gemstones and go, "Hey, Susan."
Hey there.
Zephan is gonna like turn into the big bad
Just
evil
take
guy.
he's gonna take some coffee out.
Ah, you upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Zevarra like puts Susan's arm around her shoulder, right, and like supports her, and I think we didn't we know how to, we don't know how to get out of here, do we?
Nope.
Yeah, we know how to get out of the mirror realm, I think, but we don't know how to get out of here.
It's the same concept. I'm guessing you guys have an opening back home?
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Okay.
Could be.
That was
And
the
we
plan.
tell her how we got in,
Yeah.
and that the Duke and the Countess are supposed to be waiting for our
Keeping
return on
it
the other
open.
Well,
side.
they don't worry. They know what's good for them. They will. Besides, it's probably been like, I don't know, 20 minutes here. I don't know. Anyway, and like, I need to get to the shore, and then I can get us away there. Zevarra, can you give me a hand?
Of course. So she'll walk with her.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you guys bring her down to here, and like within her sleeve, she kind of pulls out a couple different chemical components and starts making a tincture together. And it's just like, hey, Zephan, can you get me a little bit of the water? As she hands you like an empty vial. I need some of that. And like starts kind of giving everyone instructions. It's up to you if you guys want to do them or not.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, so she's like, yeah, just you should be fine touching it. Just not too long. Just get it into the vial. We're good. Elbus, I'm pretty sure you've studied on some. Well, I don't know what you study, but I read a book or two of yours, and so here, let's and and like starts going into stuff that I'm pretty sure Elbus and Susan are way more intelligent than I of just mathematical equations of just to where Elbus, you're able to pick this up. Anybody that has any background with Arcana or occultism, you guys would also know that this is almost like she is making something similar that was in Buckberry's house on the ground, kind of over here.
Oh, okay.
So it takes her a couple minutes and everything, and it's just like, okay, yep, we all need to just wait a second, and I should have some strength left in me. As see if I can find a nice little thing. The boss down there. Oh, how that is what I look up. These web searches gotten weird. So
Dave.
no, I typed in mirror and there's just a girl. I'm like, why is that there? Anyway, so after a little bit of chanting and stuff, she is kind of just standing here as this mirror kind of shuffles or just kind of materializes. And she's like, okay, well, everyone step in, and well, I'll be the last one because, well, if I leave, the portal closes. So
Okay.
And Elbus asks Little Ash if he's grabbing Ashion or if he needs help.
no, I got it. As like you see him kind of like he doesn't have a problem, like he's kind of picking him up and all that stuff.
And Elbus goes through the mirror.
All right.
Yeah. Zevarra follows.
Yeah, Zephan will go too.
All right.
Or will follow.
All right. Here, I'm just gonna bring you down here. Here, I copy. Oopsie. Copy everyone I need to here. Okay. Alright, did you guys move?
Let's see. I'm
Yes.
there.
Now we're doubled
Well,
because
yeah.
I've
you
Yes.
also
got
left
two
us
of
in
me.
here.
Here we go. I'll put myself on top of myself.
Well,
Oh.
why'd you put
No, you
yourself
took-
there?
Because
I will
And now
delete you
you're-
again.
doubly gone.
it was so much fun, Dave. Oh.
Stop moving your character.
Okay.
Dang it!
What's
And-
happening?
And so as you guys come through the portal, like these two old elderly people are just sweating profusely and just like, here, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. And you guys all kind of appear and are like, oh, thank goodness. As I think I need to do, there we go. And it's just, and that's gone. As the portal closes and there's just kind of this rent there. And just,
I'm
Susan,
okay.
Susan-
Sorry about that. Fell off my stool.
Oh. As soon as I think, well, Galfrey and Halvop, I know that you guys were causing some trouble, and I hope it won't happen again. They're like, Susan, no. All right. Shall we go back to the detective agency?
Yeah, I think you have a lot to fill us in on. It's been a long time.
I think there's a little bit of both. And just need to copy the one. And from there, go detective agency. Right here. Susan is.
Are we in her room? Or are we?
We're. I think that's just where you guys were last. We can be out here. And yeah, so pretty much yeah, so she kind of starts explaining, like, yeah, well, I guess she first was asking everybody, like, oh, what did you guys do? And you begin to fill her in, and she's like, okay, I have to have a conversation with some of the people here. But yeah, in short, I was pretty much given a task to look into Buckberry's activities, is a good way to put it. And yeah, in short, well, the curiosity got the better of me, and well, then I got encased, but thankfully, yeah, you just can't leave someone like myself alone. And I wasn't fully encased, as I remember seeing you, Elbus, and Zephan, quite briefly, but it was still. Saw you guys through there, and it was shortly after, I think, Buckberry, or whoever he's working for, encased me to stop my tinkering. But to be honest, what I needed to do was already done. I was able to split part of myself off to your little friend there, and yeah, and everyone, don't worry about what happened to Ash. He'll be fine. It'll just take some time.
He's still in there?
Oh no, little Ashasm, as you guys call him, and yeah, don't worry. Their journey isn't done yet. Well, let's just say Ash's journey isn't done yet. But anyway.
What was Buckberry doing?
That, whatever it isn't fully known.
So you never figured it out?
Well, we've only had part of it. It seems like there's more happening throughout the world of Mykrin, but whatever he was doing here, whether it was just gathering soldiers or doing experiments or whatever, I guess it won't really be known until we get a bigger picture.
So that means that other people could get stuck. All those people that we saw and the kids.
Oh, but you stopped it here. Listen, there's only so much that we can do as a person. And don't worry, as Elbus knows, I have plenty of contacts and friends that I will be sharing shortly after that will be opening up their own investigations and looking into their own things, and I'll probably have to go on another traveling, but that's neither here nor there. The important thing is that we stopped it here. And this place, well, you guys never went up to any of the other upper levels, and so be glad, but it's a lot more dangerous. And if they were able to get into more of what Ash was just scraping the surface of, let's just say things could have gotten worse. So.
Speaking of, what did you... Zephan, where Where is the golem heart in the eye? What did you need those for?
Excuse me, will you stop metagaming? I'm just joking.
Gotta make sure that Zephan doesn't turn into a monster.
Zephan's gonna walk over and start making some coffee.
Oh, don't worry. Whether they were left in the mirror realm or if somebody wanted to hold on to them, without the right cipher, there's not much you can do. As if, Zephan, if you're looking over, Susan's definitely, like, giving you the knowing look, like, don't worry. But wherever they are, they're safe.
Yep, Zephan's just gonna go like, yep, they seem safe.
The important thing is that they don't get in anybody else's hands.
Zephan will sheepishly, like, take him out and set him on the desk and be like, well, you did buy them after all.
Oh no, I stole them.
Well, they're going right back in my pocket.
Yes, that's what I was implying. Just don't let, and I believe you are a good judge of character. Or rather, a judge of character to know who should be interacting with. So. But
Elbus
I guess
just starts casting prestidigitation, and all of them start rising out of Zephan's
Nope.
pockets.
Nope. Zephan stops that with a quick mage hand to the back of Albus's head.
gives him a wedgie.
Elbus responds with his own mage hand and a produce flame on the back of Zephan's neck.
Jeez.
Ah, well, this is lovely. So, but Zevarra, you don't have to worry about this. And Elbus, you're going back to a school. You don't need to bring this material here.
Oh, come on.
No.
I haven't been young in a while.
Yes,
Susan.
but I heard the reports of some of the students there. And they do not need the
Yes.
temptation.
Yes, I know. You've called me to something much greater. Look, the voice is back, everyone. The pomp is pretentious. The voice is back for this episode.
It only took a couple months. Anyway, Lor, if you would stop sulking in the corner. That's right, this is my voice now because I'm making fun of
There
you.
Did you
now
go like
stop it.
Irish?
It's because of the stuff I've been working on. I've been reading a lot of Icelandic, Irish, and Welsh words and pronunciations of things. So it's like, I was like, oh, it's kind of drifting in there.
Dropped into the wrong accent.
That's right there. We're going to the forest. We're going to all go there. What does that mean? Nothing. Yeah, so, Lord, if, well, whatever you're doing, if you can come over here, I have an important message for all of you. Unless you had questions. Oh, you can walk through walls. That's new.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. I assume Lore was here the whole time. And...
Yeah.
So, the big thing is, you all graduate.
What does that mean?
I
That
didn't
means-
realize we were in school.
You think I just collect people just to have them? Well, yes, for some I have for company, but you all showed things. You showed pretty much the focus, the drive to go do things. You may need a little bit of push from whatever the name of that dude who is the overseer, as I try to find my note app again.
Oh, yeah.
You might need a little
Patch.
Brumble Patch. Might need a little bit of push from Brumble Patch, but once you got that push, you didn't stop. And look at the good you did. You stopped down. You stopped the Reese operation down in Crest Haven. You pissed off some elderly old money, which is hilarious. And, well, you got me out. Which, honestly...
Lord mutters to himself and is like, and destroyed the entire sewer system.
Yeah.
I think I think Mage Hand's gonna pour a little bit of coffee down the back of
Lor's
just kidding.
shirt.
Elbus
Nah,
is
I'm
just like looking back and forth, going, "What is this about a sewer system?"
Look, if Lor's gonna cast blame, we can always talk about some of the early stuff.
Uh-oh.
I'm just pointing out. I don't know that we were as successful as you seem to be indicating.
The mission got completed. And besides, we didn't have to pay for it, so mission accomplished. But that being said, you guys are free to go. If you want to stay, you can. Elbus, you definitely have to go back to class, though. You were a teacher.
Fine.
Don't worry,
I'll go
I
back.
will come visit. So, but no, I can't have your wife calling me again.
Yes, I know. And Elbus like gives her a knowing look and says, "Who knows? Maybe I'll write a new book."
Yeah, then maybe I can help you with it. But anyway, I just want you to know, it's up to you. Everyone here, well, except Elbus. He has a job, but you guys, the rest of you, Zephan, Zevarra, Lor, you are welcome to stay here, if you so wish. As long as you want. But don't let that keep you from doing what you believe needs to be done. Because I'm not here to keep you in Halcyon Peaks. Your story shouldn't end here. Unless you wanted to. But anyway. Let's get dinner.
Sounds good.
Yep.
And with that, we'll fade to black. Hit the volume button on this one's blast all our ears out. Hit stop. Play on this song.
Aw, that's so fun.
So, I need to open up my notes.
Is this where we get the slow pictures with the text at the bottom
Yeah.
saying like,
Lor became...
Welcome to the epilogue.
Yes.
Lor went on to become multi-millionaire and turned
Lost it
into
all.
a warlord and ravaged the countryside.
And then lost
Wow.
and then lost it all to a crippling drug habit of black tar heroin.
Jeez.
He now lives in a gut.
I don't remember that being in the text message you sent earlier.
Hey, he has my number. So let's do this. We're gonna pretty much today I was not planning on having a ton of dice rolling to determine things. So as I was mentioning to you guys a month or so ago, that we were gonna just bring closure to these things. However, I do like rolling dice to find out who's going first.
All right.
So, roll a d20, and we'll go from highest to lowest.
I have an 8.
I'm a 19.
Oh, I think you're going first.
I was gonna say.
Elbus rolled a 9.
I have an 18.
Okay.
Oh, so close.
Alrighty. That just tells me which thing I get to open up first. Alright. So we begin to fade back in as we see Zevarra walking towards a familiar plate. He has a package of forget whatever bread. What was it? Mango bread? that
Yeah, maybe. Or I think it was just whatever was like the bread of the day or the
Let's-
pastry of the day.
Yeah, if it's another pastry today, we'll say It was
Raspberry chocolate croissant. That sounds so good right now.
oh.
No. That's what I
It's
thought.
raspberry chocolate pound cake that weighs
Okay,
about
that's fine,
32 pounds. You're over encumbered and you break your arm.
Chiffon. A chiffon cake.
You can have your the raspberry chocolate croissant.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, you have like a half dozen of them. You go back to the patch of dirt where there's the graveyard and the trees, and down in the Stone
Yeah, I don't
Stone
like
Bay.
to- Okay, yeah.
Stone Bay, kind of near the center. Yep. So you're there. I'm gonna remember if I wrote in my notes. There was someone buried there.
Rose.
That's the name
Well,
was.
it's not. She's not buried there, but that's
The-
like
the memorial.
Zevarra's memorial. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're looking at the memorial or whatever, and as you hear kind of this kind of thumping behind you, just muffled thumping as the turtle. Hold up, I remember. I think he had a name. Did at one point.
Did have a
Brother
name.
something, I think.
Say it again?
I think it was called Brother something.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I ever wrote that.
Brother
name down.
Tross?
Brother
No,
Tross
no.
was the half orc or orc
Oh, okay.
I
there.
just have it as Tortle.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
You did give it a name. I just can't remember what the name was, and I didn't keep enough highlighted notes to know where
Yeah, I'm
we did that.
scanning my notes too. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Let's see. I like how on all the like off time things, it's just Zevarra visited Brumble Patch. That's like
I know.
all you
That's
did.
what I have too. Oh wait, hold on. Seasons. No, I don't think I wrote his name down.
Scanner. Ah, Elder Nice.
Elder Nice. Look at you. Nice. All right.
And he's just, oh, you seem different, child. I don't remember if this is my voice, but we got a new voice actor between the 8 months that I showed up.
Between seasons.
You seem more confident.
Zevarra is like kneeling by the memorial that she set up to Rose, and she has the box of pastries open, and she looks up and she says, or she like lifts the box of pastries up. She's like, "Hi. Would you like to join me?"
Oh, well, sure, but as long as you don't tell my doctor. Blood sugars? As he kind of just thumps down next to you, just,
Yeah. She kind of like stares at the memorial pensively a little bit. I don't know yet if something's really changed. I don't know if you can ever tell if it's really changed. But I know what I have to do now. And I don't think I'm quite as afraid of it.
better. It's better than the confusion you had before. I'm guessing you found what you were looking for. Or rather, who?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and thank you. Some of what you gave me was incredibly helpful.
There was a battle for you. And it seems that... Well, I can tell. I can see that Kaj is with you. But if I had to guess, you also know that just how Kaj is patient with all of us, you need to go back and be patient with someone else. Or someone else's.
I just hope that they have been patient with me. I've made them wait a long time.
Well. Shouldn't keep them waiting too much longer.
And she takes one pastry and like wraps it in like a napkin and like tucks it in her knapsack and then puts the box with the remaining like under the tree at the memorial, and she stands up, wipes her hands off.
And he slowly gets himself up and he's just... Hold on 1 second before you go. And kind of goes into his cave, which is also the entrance to the thing, and a couple minutes later he comes out with this like wooden staff, kind of this like a heavy kind of it's like a quarter staff that maybe that has like a wooden blade on it or something, but it's dull and all that. And he's like, you do not need the weapon that, well, you carry anymore. That one is what got you in trouble. And he places the staff in your hand. It's just, Aj told me that you're ready for this. As he I forget what the weapon's called, but it's pretty much like a staff with not a halberd, but it's got a sword on it.
Okay.
Pike?
Not a pike. It's. It's. You guys ever seen the Japanese weapons that have like the katana on the end? I think it's like
That's what I'm picturing.
nagata or whatever.
Fighting knife? Or
Or fighting
nagata.
staff.
Nagata.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not. It's something like that, but a nodashi. Thank you, Knight. Nerd. No.
Knight to the rescue.
But it's different. It's because you had a great sword, right? Is that what?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's yeah, it's much more blunt, and it when you hold it, it still feels like that weapon, but it's it's like a large cudgel.
Yeah. So she like reaches out to like, well, actually before she takes it, she like reaches out and then like hesitates for a second, and then like draws her sword instead, looks at it, and then
Choice is yours.
very slowly like kneels down and also places it under the tree, and then like stands up and takes the staff.
Child, I don't think your story is over. So, I will not hold you any longer, for I have done what Kaj demands of me. And don't worry,
Thank you.
I'll look after the memorial.
I appreciate it. And I hope this isn't the last time we see each other.
Well, that's something that time will tell.
And she gives him a nod and then turns to start her journey. And she's going to go back to the Grove, which is her tribe, her clan's home.
So, we will pause that scene as we kind of just, maybe we'll see Zevarra getting on a boat and just flipping off the rest of the Ravenscales detective agency. Just like, later, nerds. No. So yeah, you get on this boat, and Zephan, you were next as I found your text message. Right. And so from there we switch to a different scene. We're not sure if it's like maybe a week or month later of what it could be. Like it seemed like time has passed. As Zephan, you are in a very familiar office. At least a very familiar meeting room. As you are looking across the table at Sly. So, did your treats come in handy?
Right, yeah, treats came in real right handy there, mate. Had a lot of fun with them. Especially the spicy sticks. Them was great. Had a blast with them.
I heard. So what are your plans now? As it seems, well, you definitely left a mark. But what do you plan on doing now?
Well, I've got a bit of a business opportunity. You see, I've got a friend who is on the up and up, right? We're childhood friends, known each other since we was like, wee little devlings. And, like I said, he's kept on the up and up. And he came to me the other day. There's a Duchess who, something, let's just say something of hers went missing. And we think maybe somebody pinched it, somebody nicked it, right? Now, he knows that I've been on both sides of the law a little bit at times. We do our best to stay on the good side. But, life happens. And, well, he offered me a decent amount of money to purchase this item back. And so we're thinking maybe the two of us can go into business purchasing back rich people's stuff that gets pinched.
Well, that's interesting. A little lost and found.
Right, exactly. Lost and found. Hurts nobody, helps everybody. Rich people get their stuff back. Poor people get the money they need. Win-win.
Would you like a sponsor?
Sponsor would be great. In fact, I'm looking around for some more contacts for people that might know where some shady stuff's getting sold.
You know what? If you don't have any other propositions, maybe we can talk some more and figure something out.
Alright.
Maybe we can help find some more lost things and help other people find some other things for some excitement.
That sounds like a plan to me.
All right. And he kind of holds out his hand, just... It's a plan, Mad Dog?
It's a plan, there, Sly. It's a plan.
Excellent. As, we just, the camera kind of slowly pulls out of that the room as it just fades to dark, as we just like it chuckles as we just see the darkness envelop the small candlelight and a cinematic door just slams shut. I forgot who was next.
Elbus.
Elbus was next? Oh yeah, because I forgot. Gotta bring up Josh's text message and scroll through all the other stuff to find out. I know it's here. So
Why? You don't want to talk about all of the characters I'm creating for this next
all
one?
your
That
32
isn't even in?
characters.
It's only gonna be 4.
Um,
And then we're ready to go when all of my characters die. Because my first one's gonna be squishy.
Oh, now I can't. Oh, I scrolled too far back. I was like, that doesn't make sense what you wrote there. Yeah, because I remember you were texting me this as I was going to PAX Unplugged. All right. So, we're pretty much in the streets, down by whatever the dock district is. Oh, it's just called the docks. That was easy. Down at the docks, there's busy streets. We hear like everyone's just people are either trying to make deals, move stuff, and everything. And in the middle of it, we see Susan and Elbus walking towards a boat, and like pretty much just walking there is just kind of doing their last minute catch up, and Susan's just kind of like, "Yes, Elbus, don't worry. I will be in Grintax within the next 3 years. Okay? That's satisfactory."
All right. You're not going to leave me hanging this time, are you? You'll actually come?
I don't know. Maybe there might be something fun to do. I'm joking. Put that vein that's bulging in your head away. I will be there. Trust me. Besides, I heard, shoot, I forgot the one character's name. From Grintax Academy. Grintax? Of course, there's no notes in there. I think it's Miss Cherry. It's, for anyone that's watched Grintax, it is the red tiefling teacher that all the guys wanted to hit on.
You mentioned her and how she flirted with Elbus as he was like leaving, which is super awkward and weird.
Flirted? Oh, if that was the case, that was not the intention. Typical man. No. I don't remember what she said, but that was also like a year ago. Oh, Knight told us it's a Naginata. I was close the first time. An Odashi is a long giant sword. But anyway. He's like, Susan's like, there's a lot of potential in the Miss Cherry. Hopefully well, I heard through the mirrors, some of the students that are there. Seems like they're lost on a boat, but that's a different story. But don't worry, we'll come down there, maybe I'll do some guest lectures, we can work on something, I'll be able to meet Mrs. Elbus, whatever her name was, and yes, I will be there.
Hold on, let's go to details. We've got
George.
Married to an elf, Rahana.
I'll come down and meet Rahana. It's been a while since I've seen her, so yeah, we'll go down, we'll have some food and all that stuff, and you can tell I know there's a principal of Grintax. I just completely forgot their name because I haven't touched that campaign in over a year. I don't know where the notes would be for that one.
No, I couldn't.
I just,
that one.
I immediately was just like, hold up, I was looking. Let's see.
Oh gosh.
Mykrin,
New one.
Grintax. What's this one? I don't know where that's gonna open up. Cool, it didn't get on. Let's see. Things that
This is the downside of my lore-filled characters.
That one, I completely forgot about them. Not your lore-filled characters, but it's like Grintax is a place that I haven't thought about, and I want to redo it the way it's set up. Let's see, is it in this one? Oh no, but I found the names of the group. No, it's probably in my notes on my phone. That's where everything is. Okay, well, doesn't matter that much. It's really funny looking at these old notes that are much more put together than my new notes. For just story-wise. I know there's Sir Granite Nail. I don't know who that is, but I know it's not the principal.
I know
Doesn't.
there was a dog professor that somebody was trying to like pet.
Yep.
I remember that, but
That was Fear's character, where it was just like, I'm not a pet. I'm not a pet. Play fetch, and then was disappointed when, oh, this actual person is not to be treated like this. Anyway, I miss that group. They were a bunch of little chaos gremlins. Anyway, but like as you guys are walking through there, just Susan's just like you're right about to get on the boat as she's making her promises and grabs you, like, and like kind of pulls you close and whispers in here. You also have 3 years to take care of the headmaster. To say I heard things, and he is doing. Let's just say that what he's doing is not okay by the Board of Education in any country. You'd be doing those students a great deal of help if you took care of it.
and as Susan says that, Elbus pulls out a vial of some black adder venom and says, "We've done this once before."
Yes. But not one that can control minds, as she slips like this potion in there. It's like, when you go to do it, you know, protect yourself. Also, last thing, as she points to the boat, as we see Zevarra on there, and to make sure she gets off at the right stop. It's been a while since she left whatever this place was called, Halcyon Peaks. And, well, the Grove is north, and there's plenty of stops. So, just point in the right direction. That's all you need to do.
And then Elbus walks up to Zevarra and just kind of like plops down next to her, or like puts his hands down on the side of the boat if she's standing on the side of the boat, and just says, "So tell me more about your story."
It sings. No. Well, you know, I think we're in the same scene as Susan turns around and there's Lor, who was walking with them, and just, "So, my friend, what are your plans?"
You know, I've got nowhere else to go, Susan. As long as you've got the doors open, I'm gonna be here. I've done my life. I'm ready to settle down and just keep tinkering with the heater in the corner.
That is the saddest thing I've ever heard. And I've been encased in, well, soulstone or whatever we want to call it for almost a year and a half. Well, I know our next mission. Lord, we're gonna find you a purpose. Come on. And like she just starts walking. So
Laura's just kind of like,
I can send you back to the Veiled Expanse if you want.
Lord lets out a deep sigh and just quietly starts following.
All right. First things first. We need to get you some new clothes. As like
What's wrong with my clothes?
You've been wearing the same thing for the last 8 years.
I like these clothes.
Yeah, no one likes these clothes. They smell. I'm surprised Zevarra put up with you this long.
I fostered a very natural aroma.
Gross.
Okay, Matthew McConaughey. Let's go.
Gross.
All right.
No, it's not. As she kind of just jokes with you as you walk away down the street. And so, I guess with this, we'll see time passes. It's going to be different times for everybody. But after a month or two, let's do. After 9 weeks of boat travel, you guys get to pretty much a. Do I have the. Not. Add. Tris real. Duskfall? All the Duskfall. There's East Atris. Things that I don't think about. Because you guys never left. You never left place I didn't need to bring.
Yeah, never left Halcyon Peaks.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we really had like an opportunity to. Well, I'm sure we did, but
Let's load it real quick so that way we can see all the things. That way the stream can see this too. So. I dropped it in there. We'll see if anything happens. Watch, this is what's going to kill my stream.
And they were never heard from again.
They all died. Okay. It's just. Oh, we lost the music. Oh no, service unavailable.
I still hear music.
I refreshed the page and.
Oh.
Hold up. I broke the thing. Oh, not raid. Go here real quick. Service unavailable. No server willing to handle this thing.
Shoot.
It's all over.
and thus
You'll
that is
never
how
know.
Zevarra's story ends.
Yeah,
They-
I was gonna say you'll
They
never know
begin
what
as
happened.
they started.
That's real fun. Roll 20 went down. Oh, wait. No,
I still hear the music, so I'm assuming.
Yeah,
both
I
ways.
guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say I still hear the
I just
music.
I just refreshed and I'm down to
Oh,
You have a 503.
I'm not gonna touch it. Oh no!
Well, we'll do this.
Dun 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 dun.
I need to go back to City of Mist. Off quickly. Image. You guys have the map of West at in Discord
In the media.
stream, so that way people see it. And okay. I wouldn't be surprised as I'm getting all this stuff set up that Roll20 magically comes back after I get everything set up. And now share screen, advanced computer audio, share this. Now everyone gets to hear the stumbling I do for Sanity Lost to find the music.
I cannot believe that Roll20 went down. Now
I
they can't
I can.
avoid the music.
Yep. Right sounds. Sick. For this to load. That was a different song. What's this one sound like?
I guess I should kill Roll20 because now I have multiple songs going in the same.
We're getting music.
Yeah,
I have music.
I'm sharing music through.
I like this music better.
Yep. This is from the paid service. Okay. I don't know. This fits for what's going on anyway. Sorry, Nate. You have to listen to music. So we see Elbus pointing, pretty much points to Zevarra, letting her know that this is her stop. Some unseen conversation passes between them, or unheard, and as he kind of sends her on her way, Zevarra, you make your way through woods. If people are looking at the map, that kind of northern tip where the mountain range and it's got the forest, that little village that you're in there, that's not where the grove is. The grove kind of is more closer to the mountain base and in the woods. But you begin making your way down through the woods as memories start coming back, as we hear the rainfall and the screams. Remember the time when you had someone telling you that you couldn't be here anymore. Trying to make sure I think the fun part with all the first flashback stuff is in the episode that there's no notes.
Yeah, I mean, essentially there was like a battle that she like rushed into too quickly, and Rose ended up dying because of it.
But as you make your way through the forest, you begin seeing signs of life It's been what, almost 12. The 12 is sticking out for some reason.
12 months.
Years since you've been back.
How old am I?
I don't know. I was told you're not supposed to ask women that question.
I don't think it's been that long. I think it's probably
Or-
closer to like 5 years.
I think Lor has been with Susan for about 12 years.
Yeah,
I
I
think
was
you've
gonna
been
say.
there for 5, 6 around.
Yeah, so
I was
so
the
I'd
one
say
that
about
was
5.
with her for the longest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the font was there for I think 3 to 4, I think, or
And
1
Ash
to
was there for
1
like
to
6
2.
months.
Yeah, 6 to 7 months. Which is why he didn't fit in. But anyway, you start seeing signs of life and everything, and of civilization as you see the wooden walls there, and you walk up and you just hear life behind there, and you also know that you didn't plan this, but this is a time of celebration of the grove. That you didn't know the exact day, but you knew kind of when you left and how long it was going to take you to get in this area, that it was probably going to fall on the Night of Remembrance, where the grove remembers those who've died and sacrificed themselves, and it's there's like a feast held in their honor that is kind of ends with kind of just something similar to like those paper lantern flights.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it's starting to get late at night, and you can see 1 or 2 of them starting to make their way up, as there's no guards. The grove isn't like that, at least not anymore. You're able to enter, and after a while of walking through, it's just you look over and you begin to see people that you remember. They're older. You see cousins, friends, and all of them seem to be preoccupied until someone walks up. Zevarra, when did you get back? And you see it's Rose's mother.
And Zevarra just turns around and she like looks at her face and she just shakes her head. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh. It's been a long time, and you look tired. Come with me. And she begins calling out like to older groups of people, like older village elders and stuff, as she's like, "The Vibes return." And there's like a murmur of everything as people are unsure, and the clan leader, who was the one who kicked you out, or you had the argument with, comes up to you and just, "Zevarra, I see you come back."
And she's like crying, but she like drops to one knee and like hangs her head.
No, and he helps you up and looks at you and is just, "Emotions were high that day. We lost a daughter. We lost a friend. No one was in the right state, and shouldn't have sent you away. We've done a lot of growing since you left, and we realized that, well, if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be a growth. Your rashness and charging into battle may have left us led to the way for Rose to leave us. But what you didn't know is before that, well, we found out after you left that was your only friends. And you were the only one strong-headed or bull-headed or whatever you want to call it that led us into battle. And well, you scattered their foes, and we didn't learn this till a year afterwards. And I remember praying to Kaj, asking that they could protect you and send you back if it was their will. And well, it is. And he points to your new weapon and just see. And through your own journeys. My headphones are about to die. 1 second, as I break all the emotion. Okay, where was I? So, and he kind of raises his voice to the Grows like, everyone, our daughter has returned. So, let's do the Night of Remembrance by remembering her sacrifice and learn about her journey. And they can all sit down and they kind of gather around as you begin telling them different adventures of what you had with Susan, with Lor, with Ash, with smaller Ash, and Elbus, and they're just enraptured as these lanterns go up as Zevarra begins to tell her tale. And we see like this, like kind of a little bit of a, maybe the staff is kind of sitting, whether you're holding it or whatever. We just kind of see like this glow as you tell the story, and just like a warm, like not a heat or anything, but or like a powerful glow, but just like this soft, warm glow as we kind of fade from. I don't remember. Zephan is next. I need a drink because that voice was hard. So, for Zephan, it's years later. And there's tales going throughout Halcyon Peaks. Especially in the upper echelons, like, oh, if you haven't lost anything, go find Mad Dog. The ageless one. Because even though it's been 10, 20 years, it seems like this man never changes. It might also just because Zephan is too cheap to buy a new wig. But yeah, but we go in there and it's just we hear like all these people just being joyous and having a good old celebration, and as pretty much it's a bar that is in pretty much in the coin grove up there, where there's some just well-off people just having a time as his door opens, and you see this halfling hobble in, and he's just like, yes, I'll take some. Give me the good stuff, barkeep. And he looks to everybody, and he's like, oh, what are you so proud about? And they're like, this guy, and they're like young adults, and they're just, we just went in and stole some major stones, some priceless gems from this old doddering fool. I forgot her name. Try to find my swan, and it's here somewhere. The fun of remembering everyone's names. There we go. Oh, no, that wasn't it. This is like when I have to find music to play. Oh yeah, it's just, oh yes, another one speaks up. Countess Gallina. Oh, the doddering old fool. She didn't even know that we went in there and stole some gems. And look at this, as like the third one's like, Bubbo, hold it up. And he's like, yeah, mirror, as just holds up this mirror. And just like, it's funny looking. And this halfling's like, If I were you, I would be careful. You never know when the dog finds new targets. As the trio's just like, yeah, this is like, whatever, old man. Like, well, don't mind me. Yeah. Well, for a job well done, here you go. And he like pins this little, like, this small little pendant on them, just like, here you go. And they just take it as a treat from an old man. And they party on throughout the night and everything. They're all having a good old time, and it's now late in the night as they start leaving out there. There's always been a mist in the late/early morning of the Halcyon Peaks. For some reason, for them, they're just like, oh, it seems just a little bit darker. Kid. Out of the shadows. Zephan. Or is it Mad Dog? Or is it somebody else? We hear, well, I believe you have my pendant there. Or in Mad Dog's voice. I didn't tell Nate to say that.
Right.
Yep.
I believe you have my pendant there.
Next thing we know is we see, well, whether it's Mad Dog's friend or somebody else, returning some stolen things to someone else that never seems to age. As Galfrey's just like, oh, thank you, my friend. Don't worry. Muffin Jr., you settle down. And it is like an owlbear that's just in there, just like growling, just like, yes, whatever. And just like, okay, pay him. As like she sneaks back in, and she, her butler, whose name I forgot, hands you your payment. As he's like, yeah, I think it was a turtle. He's like, Well, it's, here's some other customers.
Thank you very much.
Is the rumors true?
What rumors would those be?
The one about our sneaky halfling retiring.
Well, eventually, maybe. If you can find a suitable replacement someday.
As I've heard, he already has.
Maybe he has. Maybe he has.
Well, hopefully she won't lose us again next month. So,
Well, we wouldn't want to put me out of a job yet now, would we?
no, you do good work. So, I guess I'll see you next month.
Next month it is.
Yes, I'll get the payment ready. Okay. And that exchange happens, and you're back in that small little room with Sly, who has gotten older. And it's not that Zephan hasn't gotten older, he's just very good at hiding it. And he's just, Sly's just, well, friend, I think it's time. I think it's time for me to step down.
Well, Sly, we both know who each other are. It's been good doing business with you. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, Zephan. Well, thanks for keeping the bird off me.
Goes both ways.
Yes. Well, I leave the court to you. And also, if you need their help, I tried to... Oh, yeah, Miss Barry. That was the teacher's name. Not Cherry. Anyway, no, there was someone you talked to, and I saw their name, and then I lost it. All these silly notes. Oh, Mad Adelaide. Remember her, the one that gave you the information about the gems?
Oh. Yes, I remember her.
Well, she said that she's willing to work with you, if you so wish. But for me, I'm that I went home.
Zephan will take a sip out of a battered thermos, set it down, and go,
Well, Sly, old Tom Sykes, it's been a pleasure. We're gonna miss you around here.
Same to you. I won't be around, but I'll miss you. As he almost, as we left them earlier, instead of cackling maniacally, just see the room kind of drenched from the light from the fire. An elderly halfling just sipping from a cup, and tiefling sipping from a thermos, stares into the fire as we fade. From there, we're back. We're in a place that we saw briefly at the beginning of this. Old Grin Tax Academy. It's been a busy 3 years for. Mainly because he was doing espionage, and with some of the other teachers, as pretty much Elbus and Miss Berry, the red tiefling, not Miss Cherry, Miss Berry, found out about how the headmaster was brainwashing the students and sending them out on missions and stuff that wasn't not in the curriculum. And we're sitting there as Miss Berry is walking through the halls with there, and she opens up the door and just hey there, Headmaster Elbus. You ready to look through the new applicants?
Yes. Let's look through the new applicants and see who is ready for their next step towards adventure.
Also, I just want to make sure we're clear. When you left for West Actress, I wasn't flirting with you. If you thought that, I would never.
Well, I'm a happily married man.
Yes,
so I
and
was very confused by whatever transpired, so
I don't remember
no
what
offense
was said.
taken.
Yeah, well, glad we got that out of the way. Besides, that one group, well, they haven't come back.
Well, it seems that a new adventure is in the midst for me. Maybe I'll get to write a new book.
Yes, maybe. One other thing, there's somebody here for you.
Don't you tease me now, Miss Berry. Let them in.
I'm not teasing anything. Why is everyone at the school so weird and horny?
Miss Berry, again, happily married man.
It's always what you want in your professors.
It's like the real world. Anyway, yeah, hold up. Yeah, they said they were Brittlebeak or something?
Yes. Susan Brittlebeak.
Yes.
You know,
as she walks in, she's not even. It's like, I got bored. We said we're writing a book,
in,
right?
Susan, come in.
I already let myself in. Oh, hey there, Miss Berry. Miss Berry's just like, you know me? I know everybody.
And I was just like, looks at her and he goes, she really does.
Well, shall we work on something?
And Elbus opens his desk and pulls out this manuscript that's half written. And he goes, well, Susan, I only have so much of the information of this curious case that I've been writing about, but I believe that someone I know knows more information than she's let on. And he shuts the book, and on the front cover it says, a curious case of Susan Brittlebeak.
Well, we'll see. Also, Miss Berry, where are you going? As she's starting to walk out, and she's like, you're needed for this too. What? I have a class to teach. No. Come here.
And Elbus goes, Miss Berry, it's been taken care of. Our fine canine friend has taken over your duties, and you will be joining us for an adventure.
Yeah. Besides, the assistant principal needs to know how to run a school. In and out. And she's like, wait, what? What? Just mind breaking a little bit. As Susan turns, she's like, besides, I have one more student that I need to go find. As we kind of fade to black as Miss Barry, which I realize no one's watched Grintax. No one knows about the trouble she had to go through from other player characters. Do. Yeah, you did.
I do. I do. That's why I made a character based on Grintax.
Mm-hmm. Grintax is fun.
To whip those kids into shape.
Anyway, we fade into black, and it's about the same. We'll say about 5 years later, as we see Lor sitting in Ravenscales. It's kind of dark and everything. And like we can't get a full image of the whole room. As like we have like maybe just Lor kind of sitting there sipping some coffee that never seemed to taste as good as Zephan used to make, and all that. As seeing Susan say, "Okay, well, you watch the shop. You can handle any cases, and besides, you know, as long as you fit it in with your other duties."
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm a great delegator, as you know, so I have no problem giving the cases to the appropriate people, and I'll make sure the heating system stays on.
Okay. Well, at least you're dressed better now. Alright, well, I'll be back when I'm back. As that was like a couple days ago. We just see Lor kind of sitting, like the lights are off, and he's just kind of sitting near the stove, and just kind of the glow from the embers are still there. And we just kind of see the reflection, and maybe Lor's just kind of sitting there, and his mind goes back to the Veiled Expanse and his time there. Excuse me, as he remembers or his friend that I'm rushing through my notes to find the name of. Fisk.
Yes, yeah.
Fisk.
Fisk, right.
And it's just, you never know if that letter that you sent made it there and everything, but you're just remembering all the other kind of events of there, and it's just sitting there in the dark as you're lost in thought, and you just, you hear, "So, teacher, are you gonna just mope in the dark, or are you gonna actually help us out?" As he turns and sees Cal and Risa, the two students from the beginning of season 1 that he was teaching, sitting there. They're standing like in the doorway. It's just like, "You know, you're the only one that has the key to the dojo, right?"
Lor kind of looks thoughtful for a minute and is like, "Are you sure? I could have sworn I gave one of you two an extra key."
No, you gave it to Jeffrey, and he puked again and lost it.
Just got comfortable. Fine. And Lor kind of like stiffly gets up out of his chair and starts to slowly walk over to the dojo to open it up for them.
Because I think when we first saw them, they were kids.
They were younger.
Yeah, and so we'll place them like kind of young teens at this point. They're like, as Risa kind of looks over at Cal, and is like, "I bet this is a time that I'm gonna win the duel against Lor. I was like, yeah, not if I beat him first. And Jeffrey's like, maybe. It's like, you can't even run a lap without puking. Yeah.
Lor like laughingly scoffs like under his breath. He's like, I may be old, but neither of you can. You still can't pick up a sword without hardly falling over. It'll be the day that either one of you can even make me break a sweat, let alone beat me.
Or goes out the next day. Local teacher dies
Slaughters.
now. Slaughtered by students now. And they're just like, and you can just see the fire behind two of their eyes, and a purple hue go or green hue go across the third, of realizing how much work he's gonna have to do. As the camera kind of slowly pulls out as a noise that we don't normally hear in Halcyon Peaks of joy, happiness as they make their way to the dojo. That and Ravenscales. Thank you, everyone, for playing. I don't know. Well, I couldn't do it without y'all. and even though, things change and all that, it's the past, the whole thing in the past couple months of just closing it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was
for
a good
sure.
A
story.
lot of fun, yeah.
This music is making this goodbye feel very emotional. I'm gonna see you in like a week to record something else, but I feel like I'm saying goodbye to you for eternity right now.
Yeah, it's funny because I found this song and it was really good, and then I was like, I realized this is also the ending song that they play in another podcast that I listen. It's in, Joshua knows this, they play this in the Glass Cannon finale.
Okay.
We have the same music service. And I didn't realize it because I used it. It's actually the beginning song of Sanity Lost as well.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's just a
Yeah, I
good
don't remember
song.
It is. It
Um,
Gives me,
definitely
like,
is.
Christmassy vibes.
I have another song that gives Christmassy vibe. It was Anna Maria. But yeah, thank you everybody for playing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
However,
Uh-oh.
you didn't think I forgot about a certain somebody that somebody texted me.
I think I did.
Yeah, I know it was you. I just need the right music. So,
What's happening? Oh, Ash. This is Theodore music, so that's all you have.
fine. We'll do this one. I don't like this one either.
Better.
Yeah, we'll do this. But this one sounds fun. Can barely be heard.
No, it's like I can't hear it at all.
I think it gets
It's a
louder.
slow burn.
Yeah. It's...
So we're gonna do a little bit of a flashback as we see Zephan, Zevarra, Elbus, Lor walk through them. Two people did not walk through. Susan looks to little Ash and like, so my friend, I believe you know the next steps. The goblin. Yep. Don't worry. Don't worry, friend. I'll take care of the big one. As he kind of just piggybacks Ash's body and begins to walk towards the water and into it as they disappear. And so they begin walking as the water above them begins to ripple and the plane that the final battle was on seems to disappear. As they continue to walk, I said there was going to be rolling, but I lied. Josh, give me a d20.
Okay. Natural 4.
So, at that point, we see Ash eyes in a flutter open. And he's sitting there by a fire. And he is extremely weak. And he looks around and there's no one there. At least that's what he thinks. When he realizes all he can see is the fire, and then he hears, "Oh, you're awake." And then there's little Ash. You got weird.
Oh. Oh, what happened?
Purged.
Oh, I remember green everywhere.
Yep.
Then, fire.
Yes.
Where are we?
The between.
The between. Am I dead?
No. If you were dead, I wouldn't be talking to you.
And I think Ashion chuckles at that.
You also notice that little Ash is talking way more coherently and together than any other time you have talked to him before. Now, here's the thing. You have a choice.
A choice.
Mm-hmm. Are you
What
gonna...
is this choice?
The choice is going back to what destroyed you, or struggling for something new.
What I was before, I wish not to be again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry, friend.
It's okay. You think you were the first one to get soul scourged?
I would like to do something different with my life than I had before.
Ah. Excellent, excellent. I bet you can think a lot clearer now that you don't have the angry snake in your head.
Yes. Takal definitely unlocked a part of me that I regret greatly.
But
Here's the thing that I have to tell you. You will always have the stigmata of Tikal. Don't worry, there's no power. You can't come back in. But it's something to remind you. To make sure that your mind stays clear.
Is there anything reflective in the room that Ashion can look at?
Yeah, he's just... Oh, yeah. I'm making this way too difficult. And he kind of goes into his like, kind of knapsack and pulls out, like, this little mirror, silver mirror. Like, here.
Ashion just sees this glow from his eyes that remains.
Yeah, it's
a sign of Tikal.
Yeah, like one of the eyes is like has been like forever changed into like a green serpent eye. And it's like, yeah. As I said, you're not the only one. As pretty much, excuse me, he kind of pulls his shirt aside, and you see that there's this orange kind of like, it almost looks like a tattoo of an orange and purple like tentacle that's like wrapping around his arm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just be glad it was Tikal, not who I had to go through.
Oh, friend.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ashion like goes to like try to like get up enough to like hug little Ash.
Yeah, there's time for that later. You need to rest.
But the biggest thing is,
you need to change. The problem is, what is your purpose?
And as Ashion thinks about his purpose, he can only see the moment that they were riding away from Buckberries and from the what's that place called?
Cresthaven.
Yeah, from Cresthaven with the kids in the back of the cart, and he can only picture them and picture the little girl as she took the pendants and put them on the mice, and he remembers his time in the orphanage with no one to give him the care that he wanted. And he says, the ones that are weakest are the ones who need love the most.
Ah. Well, I know where you need to go. By the way, give me your fake mark, or whatever you called it.
And Ashion like opens up. I guess he's still wearing his robes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls out 7 different types of fake like discs for different religions and places them down.
And he just takes them and like,
All right.
and just crushes them all. And he's like,
You don't need these.
but I know where we can send you.
Okay?
And when you get to them,
Ask them for a real token.
I will.
all right. As little Ash at this point, he's just standing there, and he's dressed in this kind of black, like this black kind of robe, as this blade just kind of
just appears in his hands, and he's like, okay, well, I would say let's meet again, but if we do, then, well, I failed my charge, and so have you. Okay. And he cuts this hole into the darkness. He's like, okay, get out of here.
And as Ashion leaves, he wishes Little Ash well, and I think he feels on himself to see if any of his items are on him. And he remembers in the one pocket that there's a trinket that Little Ash played with the first time that he brought him home, and he brings it out and he leaves it behind as he walks through the slash in the darkness.
And we can see maybe you're walking towards the camera as Little Ash just kind of picks up the trinket and puts it in his pocket as the thing begins to close. And you wake up as you hear, oh, Ash, you're awake? And it's Brother Tross. Oh my gosh, oh my goodness. If you wet yourself, that wasn't me. Was the blessing of Odine.
And I think Ashion opens his eyes and just kind of takes a second to breathe in the air and to breathe in the surrounding around him and to feel what he feels. And I think he just embraces Truss around his neck like a child would their dad.
And he
just begins to just apologize.
Well, it's, I'm not normally good with this. I'm normally the one. Let's just get to work. Okay?
And Ashion says about that. And just begins to explain to Tross what he feels his new purpose is.
Well, I'm guessing you can work here, and the name of the person up north is Sister Connor.
Yeah, Sister Connor.
And there's nothing to say that the elements don't work together. And with that, real ending, Ravenscales. Thank you, everybody, once again. You guys, as players, thank you for putting up with changing from 5e to 2nd edition and all the fun of that. Thank you for giving the time to play. Everyone that's in the audience or watching us on YouTube later, thank you for just watching it and interacting and all that stuff. I don't know how long this is because I know OBS broke. It says that we're going close to 3 hours. So, I'll find out when I edit it.
Our usual, I think.
Oh. But yeah, it's been a journey. There will be more Pathfinder in the future. It won't be this same group, but keep an eye out for that. Once again, thank you guys for playing.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
That was fun.
Maybe we'll do it again sometime.
Yeah,
Next week.
a lot of fun.
All right, and every week campaign for 5-hour sessions in person. Let's go.
Wow, Josh just upped the stakes way higher.
Here we go.
That
We'll
was
use
called
my
the end of a
wisdom to-
friendship.